students, welcome to your social science class. In the previous class, we have talked about what is federalism and types of federalism. I hope all your previous topics are clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask those in this class also. Now, moving towards next topic. In this, we'll be discussing about what has made India a federal country. In this, we are going to discuss few points that will help us to understand why we are calling India as a federal country. First, Constitution has declared India as a union of states. Okay. Now, moving toward the next point is three-tier federalism. Your union, state, and panchayat. Earlier, the Constitution provided for two-tier system of government. Okay. Earlier we were having only two-tier system of government. One at a central level, that is your union government representing the Union of India, and second one your state government. But a third tier of federalism was added in the form of your panchayat and municipalities. These panchayat and municipalities were added later on. Okay, threefold distribution of legislative powers. Now we are going to discuss about legislative powers under union list, state list, and concurrent list. These three lists will be discussing in details in the next slide. Now, next point. All the states in the Indian Union do not have an identical powers. Example, Union Territories. What does it mean? That every state in the India is not having equal power. Okay. There are some states like your Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Nagaland. They have been given some special power. We can take one example of Jammu and Kashmir. The Jammu and Kashmir has been given the power of special state. Yes or no? Okay. Now, changes in power sharing has to be passed by 2/3 majority in the parliament. When you are sharing a power, changing a power, then what majority you required in the parliament? You required 2/3 majority. Okay, in the parliament. Next, and the last one is, in the case of any dispute regarding the division of power, the apex court will take the decision. Okay, what does it mean? That any kind of dispute arises between your central and central government, state or central government, or between two states, then your apex court is going to look into the matter, and the decision will be taken by the court, and your final decision will be undertaken by your court only, and the dispute will be solved. Okay, now moving towards in this we'll be discussing about the three lists, that is union list, state list, and concurrent list. What are these? Who take the responsibility of these lists, and which are the subjects that are included in this list? We'll be discussing these one by one. Now, first is union list. In this has a subject of national importance. Okay, all the subject of your national importance will be included in this, and union alone can make laws. Your union government is going to make laws on this. Which are the subjects that are included in this? Your defense, banking, currency, foreign affairs, and communication. All these will be included in the union list, and union government is going to make laws on this. Now coming to this state list. State list as subject of local and state importance. Okay, it is going to include the subject related to your state level, and your state government alone can make laws on this. In this, your state government is going to make the laws. Which are the subjects that are included in this? Police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigations. All these subjects will be included in this. Now coming to the last list, that is your concurrent list. Means both the state as well as central government is going to have a command on this. They are going to formulating or making laws on this. The state has a subject of common interest both to the center and state. Okay, both the center and state can frame laws on this. Which are the subject? Your education, forest, trade, union, marriage, adoption, and succession. These all will be included in your concurrent list. Besides this, there is one more list or power. We can say that power, residuary power. In this, you are going to include all subjects which do not fall under these three lists. In this, will be including the subjects that are not included in your three list. Okay, we'll be including those subject in this, and who will be responsible for making laws in this union government. Okay, union government alone has the power to make laws. And which are the subject? Your computer software will be included in your residuary power. I hope today's topic is clear to you. Now I'll be giving you notes. You have to write fill-ups in this. I have gave you a question. That question you have to write yourself, because I have already explained the features in this, and you will be writing or framing the answer in your own words. Okay, that's all for the day. Thank you.